In the ideal world of K-pop, where idols are loved for their perfection, lies a darker side. The need to keep up that perfect image can push them to dangerous extremes. These stories serve as warnings, showing how far idols will push themselves to conform to expectations. So never, ever follow any of these diets, as the idols themselves have spoken against it. 9. 1 apple and 2 slices of eggs diet. Yeojin and Vivi from Lusemble shared the origin of this diet on one of their live streams. It all started when Yeojin secretly indulged in a hamburger without the company's knowledge. All is well, until about a month later, a receipt fell out of her clothes and was found by the company. It sparks a drastic response from the staff. The staff gathered all the members and cleared out the refrigerator in the members' dormitory, confiscating anything edible, including food and supplements. They even went as far as removing cooking ingredients like salt and sugar. The girls were then placed on a strict diet regimen, where they received only half an apple and 2 eggs daily. This strict dietary control was enforced whenever any member deviated from the prescribed diet by consuming unhealthy foods. The severity of the diet was aimed at helping them get back on track. This situation is particularly shocking, considering that all the Luna members are extremely petite, with Yeojin being one of the smallest at 148 centimeters, or 4 feet 10, and weighs only 37 kilograms, or 81.5 pounds. But why did they have to resort to such extreme measures? The pressure to maintain an ideal appearance on camera in the idol industry is immense. Even if one appears perfectly proportional in real life, the camera can distort perceptions, magnifying imperfections. Thus, idols are held to a different standard of beauty. Former K-pop trainees Bin Hanul and Choi Yejin shed light on the industry's practices on a K-pop YouTube channel called Ayo. They have undergone training in multiple companies and found all companies imposed very strict diet regime. And there's a common formula used to calculate an idol's ideal weight, your height in centimeters, minus 120 equals to your ideal or goal weight. Isn't it shocking? 8. 1,000 calories a day. You might know Yui from her acting roles in K-dramas, but before she found success in acting, she was part of the popular second-generation girl group After School. She stands out as one of the most popular members, praised for her slim figure and tall stature. Yui emerged as one of the pioneers of the cute face, killer body trend in the industry. Over the years, Yui has been a subject of discussion due to her significant weight loss since her days in After School. Currently, she weighs around 48 to 52 kilograms, standing at 173 centimeters or 5 foot 8. She follows a strict 1,000 calorie diet, which permits eating anything as long as it doesn't exceed 1,000 calories daily. At first glance, you might not think this diet is too bad, but if you consider that 1,000 calories are only half of what adults should eat each day, you'll see it's not good. It is not something that doctors advise for extended periods. Try Googling your lunch and dinner calories today. You'd be surprised how quickly you reach that 1,000 calorie mark. For example, one Reuben sandwich has around 460 calories. One medium serving of mac and cheese also has around 400 to 500 calories. One slice of pizza is about 250 to 350 calories. Yui's restrictive diet comes with exercise routines such as strength training, Pilates, or cycling on her indoor bicycle when she finishes work late. Prior to this regime, she revealed that she used to eat 1 meal per day for 8 years straight due to the criticism regarding her weight. Yui even said it caused her a lot of pain and made her cry a lot. 7. 500 calories a day. As if 1,000 calories a day weren't bad enough, this one is worse. Ailey lost a surprising 22 pounds in a month by only eating 500 calories a day. That's like 1 meal for most people, or even less. She talked about her diet on an episode of SBS's Did You Eat? Ailey said, "I controlled what I ate and lost 10 kilograms in a month. I only ate 500 calories a day. I had 100 grams of protein, 2 cups of vegetables, and 1 fruit. And that's it. It's intense, right? Do you know how little 100 grams of protein is? It's about the size of a deck of playing cards or a small chicken breast." Fast forward a couple of years, when she was on JTBC's Hidden Singer 5. Ailey talked about how tough it was for her back then. Ailey felt awful every day. She lost energy, her stamina dropped, and even her voice changed. She couldn't continue as she got emotional and started to cry. She said, "I was supposed to be a singer who just sings, but losing weight was something I had to do if I wanted to be on stage. And that made me so sad." She added, "Maybe I looked good when I weighed 49 to 50 kilograms, but I think I was feeling my worst back then. 6. Cucumber diet. Sistar is one of the biggest girl groups from the second generation, known as the Summer Queens for their slim bodies and beautiful figures. And it's not easy to live up to that image. The members have to put up with extreme diet routines. One of the member, Dasam, took the one-food diet to the extreme. On her appearance at TVPP's 3 Turns, she says that she dropped a shocking 22 pounds or 10 kilograms in 3 weeks by only eating cucumbers, surprising the panels. Dasam explained that she skipped breakfast, then only ate 3 pieces of cucumbers for lunch and another 3 pieces for dinner, all the while she's doing a full idol schedule like dance practice, TV appearances, and daily exercise. She says by following that routine, she managed to shed her weight from 120 pounds to 99 pounds, or 45 kilograms. Just to note, Dasam is 5'5" or 167 centimeters tall, but she emphasized that this crash diets had a yo-yo effect, and she regained back that weight in just a month, going up to 123 pounds or 56 kilograms. And she definitely didn't recommend anyone follow this diet. 5. 4 kilograms a day. Karina, a member of aespa, reportedly lost 4 kilograms, or nearly 9 pounds, in just one day. She appeared on an episode of Lee Youngji's YouTube show called No Prepare, where they chatted about various topics, including weight loss. Since her debut, Karina has been known for her beauty, often compared to an AI-generated image, and her slim waist, referred to in the K-pop world as an ant waist. She maintains her weight by sticking to a strict rule. Karina revealed that she exercises vigorously whenever she exceeds a certain weight. One time, she gained 4 kgs, and she shed that again in one day. She described her routine, saying, "I wear a padded jacket, a tight t-shirt, and a sweatsuit. Then I run for 4 hours while listening to idol music." She added, "I run and dance chanting Yoo Jimin, you're so cool as I go." Yoo Jimin is her birth name. How come she didn't pass out? Have you ever tried going for a run for just an hour? And she covers herself so much, it must be super hot and stuffy. It's important to note that such rapid weight loss is not typical and can be risky. 4. Coffee diet. Xiumin, a member of EXO, has faced criticism for his weight since his debut. Though he now maintains a stable and healthy weight, it hasn't always been easy. During the Growl promotions, Xiumin responded to the criticism by adopting a harmful coffee diet, where he almost didn't eat. This tactic helped him to reach his lowest weight ever, a startling 53 kgs or 117 pounds, with his height at 5'8", about 173 centimeters. He recalled, "I didn't eat to lose weight. I had one meal every other day and just drank coffee constantly." However, this drastic weight loss didn't last. Xiumin admitted, "After Growl promotions ended, my chubby cheeks returned during the next promotion. I gained 10 kilograms in just 2 to 3 months. Yo-yo dieting happens quickly. I don't recommend skipping meals to lose weight." 3. Sparkling water diet. It's really surprising how idols can find many creative ways to extreme and dangerous diets. Another idol who has faced the challenges of the harsh K-pop diet culture is Gugudan's Mina. You might recognize her for her impressive acting in Hotel Del Luna. Mina rose to fame after finishing 9th place at Mnet's survival show, Produce 101, earning her a spot in the super popular project group IOI. Her youthful charm is part of her appealing side. However, it hides a struggle with body image. On KBS Happy Together 4, Mina shared her shock at seeing herself on Produce 101 when she was just 17 years old. "I was performing A-Pink's I Don't Know in a sleeveless shirt and felt chubby while dancing." She admitted that seeing herself like that made her stop wearing sleeveless tops. Mina then confessed to quitting food altogether, surviving on just 2 bottles of sparkling water a day until she reached her ideal weight in the industry. She lost nearly 30 pounds. At her lowest weight, she was a startling 41.7 kg, or 91 pounds, with a height of 5'3", around 162 centimeters. She also emphasized, "It's unnecessary unless you have a job like mine. I don't think being skinny is the only way to be beautiful." Can you imagine doing this at that young age? And she did this while doing her full schedule. I honestly don't know how she coped. This is very dangerous. 2. Kimbap diet. Don't let the name fool you. When I mention kimbap, I'm not talking about an idol eating a whole roll of this delicious food. No, it's much more challenging than that. Yuna made a special appearance on Season B Season 4 and had a meal with Rain. During their candid conversation, she opened up about the difficulties she faced as an idol, particularly with extreme dieting. At one point, Hyuna weighed only 40 kilograms despite being 5'3" or 163 centimeters. Even Rain expressed concern, saying, "How can you be that thin?" Hyuna explained, "During that time, I would only eat one piece of kimbap when I had a schedule. This drastically affected my health, starting at the age of 26. I wanted to perform well on stage, but I couldn't." She continued, "I questioned myself, is this the happiness I wanted?" This conversation resurfaced during her appearance on Point of Omniscient Interfere. She revealed, "I used to eat very little. There were times when I went a week without eating, and I even developed peripheral neuritis. Whenever my weight dropped too low, it would trigger it." Peripheral neuritis is when something affects the nerves outside your brain or spinal cord. It can make your hands and feet feel weak, numb, or painful. It might also mess with digestion and urination. People with this condition often say the pain feels like stabbing, burning, or tingling. She further shared, "I would faint after surviving on just one piece of kimbap. I fainted 12 times in a month, shocking everyone on the panel." Can you imagine living like this? 1. BTS Jimin and Jin's diet. BTS Jimin and Jin have always been praised for their handsome looks and slim figures, but behind it lies the harsh truth. On JTBC's Please Take Care of My Refrigerator, Jimin and Jin opened up about their unhealthy eating habits. During BTS's Blood, Sweat, and Tears era, in his pursuit of a slimmer physique, Jimin pushed himself to shed an additional 15 pounds. He followed a strict diet that caused him to frequently pass out during dance practices. Jimin recounted starving himself for days to achieve a more handsome appearance. "While practicing Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I looked at myself in the mirror and desired to become more attractive. So, I survived on one meal a day for 10 days, he explained. He later realized the detrimental effects of such extreme dieting. Jimin's bandmate Jin also shared his experience of extreme dieting during the group's Wings album promotion. "I'm constantly on a diet," Jin revealed. "For a year, I ate only chicken breast, 2 packs a day. This diet, focused solely on protein, left him malnourished. Being an idol is definitely not a job for the faint-hearted." They both caution against adopting such unhealthy eating habits, which can have severe consequences on one's health. Want more stories on these dangerous K-pop diets? Check out our Part 1 video here. Or, let's dig deeper behind the industry facade to better grasp the immense pressure these idols face and what it truly takes to become a K-pop idol. Subscribe now, and don't let these fascinating stories pass you by.